In today's episode, we are talking about working with SEO specialists. Bring them on board before you get started on the website build. And you may think, I don't need to do that. I know about website SEO. Yeah, I've got this covered. It goes both ways. If they like working with you, they will recommend you as the website designer to the people that they are doing SEO for. Let me assure you, you don't. The difference is thousands of pounds, not 500 or £1,000. Hello and welcome to another episode of Websites Made Simple with me, Holly Christie. I am a website designer. I'm a website designer's mentor. I'm the founder of two website design companies, Simply Sites and This Demanding Life, and I am the recipient of 3 awards for website design and user experience and website design services. So I feel absolutely qualified to talk to you today about where we set our limitations and when we hit that point of saying, we don't know what we don't know, and it's time to work with someone who does know about it. So today, the very first thing I want to cover is that when working on a website and you hear those words from the client, when will my website be found on Google? That it's time to really accept that as website designer, we don't know everything there is to know about SEO. And we're not meant to, because it's a completely different service to what we're actually offering. Yes, we do need to know everything there is to know about making a website SEO friendly. It is our job to do that within the build. And that includes making sure that we have the titles in the right sequential order, that we have images that are the right size for the containers, that they're compressed, that our clickable elements are not too close together, that our mobile view reads properly, works properly, and that our page loading speeds are fast. That is our role with the SEO side of things, and that our navigation works well. And if you like to focus on the details, like I do like to focus on the details, that accessibility is a big factor of your builds as well. And all of those things will affect the website SEO. But they are not SEO services. And you can do all of the courses, and there are so many out there. And if you are looking for an SEO course, do get in touch. I know some really good people and really good courses, and I can put you in touch with them. But it's really important to know where your job ends and where the SEO person's job begins. Now, I do have another podcast episode on this with the SEO specialist who is the absolute queen of SEO, Nikki Pilkington. That is episode number 53. And it goes into the difference between SEO-friendly websites, which is what I've just talked about with the build and the different elements with it, and the SEO role. And one of the things that I often hear from website designers are that they all feel that they have a different role when it comes to the SEO of their clients' websites. Now, some people feel that they don't have any role, that they don't need to hook up a Google Search Console or anything like that. Other people bring it all the way down into keyword research and really trying to make the most of it as well. And what I would say is the first way to really help define these roles is to find an SEO specialist who you really like working with. And there are so many. If you're using LinkedIn as part of your business, go and look up SEO specialists. There are so many really good ones on there who are really friendly. They're what I'd call user-friendly. They're happy to collaborate. They're happy to chat. And you can find out how you could work really well together with them. But often they're not going to go out there and find you. They have their job and you have yours, but equally you could really work well together to get these really, really good websites off the ground. And of course, the better your website is, the ones that you're building, the more that people are going to want to work with you, the better you're going to build your reputation as well. So do go and find someone who you think, yeah, we've got a really good vibe, we can work really well together. When you've found your person, the best thing you can do is bring them on board before you get started on the website build. And in an ideal world, we'd really explain to the client how important this is. Now, I work with Nikki Pilkington for the SEO on my website builds, And she produces different documents around keyword research and how to structure pages and navigation and things like that. And because we've worked on some other websites together, I have documents that I can show my clients that she produces and can say, when we work with Nikki, this is what you get. We're not leaving it to guesswork. We're not writing website copy. And when I say we, I mean the client, because I'm not writing their copy. That's just telling a story. We know that this website copy is going to work as hard as possible because we know that it's got the keywords in it. We know that it's linking to the right places. We know that it's, got the search intent behind it. It's got all the good stuff there. So SEO is always much easier to build in when we do it right from the beginning. So if you have an SEO specialist who you become friendly with, who you want to work with, you can ask them for some of these documents just as example documents so that you can sell this to the client, because it's really going to help with the website build. It's also, as I say, going to really help with your reputation of really great websites that get found as well. If a client isn't so sure about this, or they don't want to pay for the SEO specialist, one of the things that you can look at doing is building in some of the cost of the SEO services into the website build. And it's up to you really to find out how much your SEO specialists charge, how they might, if they're on a retainer with you, that they might cut that down, or whether you're comfortable including that extra bit of money into the website cost as well. But trust me, a website build or booking does not kind of fall out of bed. It doesn't not get booked because it's a few £100s more. Often when people say, I can't afford to work with you, the difference is thousands of pounds, not £500 or £1,000. So really do have a think about how you're pricing your website builds anyway. And I do have other podcast episodes on that, because most website developers and designers are undercharging for their services anyway. So if that has been you and you think, oh, this is an opportunity, do try and get that SEO cost built in there as well, because it's going to make a really big difference. And if the client doesn't value the SEO, or they don't understand the importance of the SEO, there could be a way that you could work with an SEO specialist and ask them, how can they support you in making your website builds better? And obviously, this is paid for in that cost that we've already mentioned with building into the website cost. But it could be that they look over the website copy before you build the website and they say to you, switch out these words for these keywords, or they say, link to these pages, make sure your navigation works here, there, and everywhere. There's all different things that they can do to help. And they can also just help you check that your site structure is how it's meant to be. And if that's not quite their model, then maybe ask them to do a SEO review before you send the website live as well. And remember, it goes both ways. If they like working with you, they will recommend you as the website designer to the people that they are doing SEO for as well. So do get out there, do get building those relationships, and you'll see what a difference it makes. And if you have a story around SEO and clients and websites, I would love to hear it. When I first set out building websites like 20 odd years ago, I knew nothing about SEO. I learned it on the job. I learned it from building websites and clients then going on to work with SEO specialists and sharing their reports with me. I learned it the way lots of web designers do, through kind of YouTubes and blogs and white papers, and then finally befriending really good SEO specialists as well. So we all have that thing where we've made a mistake on a website and we've only realised years later and think, oh, thank goodness I didn't get found for that one. We've all got a story to tell. And if you would like to share your story with me, you can do it anonymously if you like, through the contact form on the website, which is websitesmadesimple.co.uk. Go to the podcast there. You can leave a voice note. You can leave it on the form. You can email me at hello@websitemadesimple.co.uk. I promise I will keep it anonymous. I'm not here to name and shame anyone, but I would love to hear from you. So that's it from me this week. And until next episode, happy designing.